You guys know I'm not one for controversy when it comes to my Knicks. I mean, I get on Stephen A. and Matt Kellerman when they bash the Knicks. But that's only because I feel that those guys throw shots when there's no war. And instead of giving honest reactions on how they feel, I think that they go out of their way to bash the Knicks. Because, unfortunately, it brings ratings. And ratings bring money. And money is the key. Not saying that this isn't the goal for most people, because it is. But when you make an unforced era of bashing when it's not warranted, it puts you in the air of snobby. And as I say what I'm about to say, I hope you guys don't put me in that light. Because there's something brewing in Knicks town. Something I feel we noticed last season, but something we chose to ignore. Because it will mean that we will have to take another glance at our beloved coach, Thibodeau. Something I think we really don't want to do. Sometimes we have slippages in life. A slippage where we either say what we meant and didn't want to say, or a slippage where our body language betrays us to where what we say isn't the aura we're giving off. And I think Tibbs did that today. See, when asked about RJ today, Tibbs gave a typical answer that most would say was an answer from a typical coach. That said, you didn't read between the lines. See, Tibbs was asked about a certain player today, and what he says, as you will see here, may seem like a typical update. But what I want to do is start from last year and what I noticed about the relationship between Tibbs and RJ Barrett. See, last year we all could admit that Barrett started this season slow, only having a good game against Indiana, where we saw him go off for 26 points in a game that Knicks would show some signs of growth. And although you would think he would build off of that, he later had bad games that made you scratch your head with wonder, questioning if he had lost all of his confidence because it got that bad. But RJ picked it up. He straightened his game and never looked back, being the second option of a gritty Knicks team which let him grow before our eyes. But Tibbs didn't see it that way. We constantly saw him bench RJ Barrett at pivotal times when you thought the Knicks could use him, and it showed. And from RJ's quietness on the bench to him and Tibbs going public and saying that he started shooting shots in front of Tibbs' office just so he could see his dedication. And although we saw RJ on the bench some fourth quarters, his improvement and dedication improved his game to where Tibbs had no choice but to put him out on the floor. But did that change his perspective? I want you to listen to this clip from today, Press, and tell me what you think.
RJ as he has in to year three so
Continued growth. I think all around play. I think he's learned a lot. Obviously, the playoff experience was huge for him, and I think his shooting is improved, and it's something he has to continue to work on. I think it improved because of the commitment that he made after starting slowly last year. He put a lot of extra work in coming in at night, and it showed in his game. And that's the case for most players. If you put the work in, good things will happen.
See, although he acknowledged RJ's growth, There was no enthusiasm in his voice. And you may think I'm reading this wrong, but when you look at how glowing he is when he speaks of Randall or Rose, heck, even when quickly, there's a feeling you get that said Tom's loved this guy. He glows when he mentions their names. And the same could be said for Kemba Walker, Taj Gibson, and Obi Toppin. His expression is that what I love about these guys, and so on and so on. Now, I don't know about you, but I didn't get that from his rare comment about RJ Barrett. Because believe it or not, he rarely mentions RJ Barrett, which brings me to question, is Barrett even on his radar? Is Barrett last on his list of players that he feels fits the team's future? Or is he giving Barrett the Jimmy Butler treatment, placing him last in order for him to strive to be first? And will this eventually drive Barrett away? Especially if he feels his potential is not being used to his liking. Only the season can tell us, and tell us it will. I would like to thank you for stopping by and viewing my video. And if you do like my work, do your boy a solid and hit that like button. And subscribe if you want to stay up to date on when I drop videos just like these. And like always, lead by example.